Good evening, racing fans. Welcome to DM's live harness racing handicapping challenge. This is week 4 of the challenge, and again this week it's going to be myself, DM, and George the Greek versus the average fan. So I got George here tonight. How you doing tonight, George? Hey, George, you're on mute, I think.
Sorry, Des, it's great. It's great to be here.
All
Very
right,
excited for
excellent.
another week.
Yeah, I was just thinking today, George, back to the days when we were teenagers, we used to go to the track. And we used to, at that time, the track charged for admission, charged for parking, charged for a program. And young guys, we only had like maybe $20 to bet, right? So do you remember how we got in?
Yes, we did. We had a lot of very creative methods to get in, and it was not from the front door.
So you want to tell us one? What was the favorite trick? Was the emergency exits?
Well, yeah. Well, I'll give two stories. The first story is, and I'm fully to blame for this because it was my idea, but there was a very high wall, had a little bit of barbed wire, so I convinced Des, hey, the wall's not so high. Let's climb and jump over. So I went over first, no problem. And then Des followed me, and I hear like, ah! He sprained his ankle, and he was hobbling for the rest of the day with a swollen ankle to save $2, right?
Yeah, funny stories.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just get into the disclaimer here before we start. But again, this handicapping challenge is intended for fun only. The picks made by the system owner or the average fan are not intended to promote gambling or wagered on in any way. We don't make real wagers during the program, and the broadcaster, host, and guest assume no liability for any and all wagers placed by viewers of the broadcast. So the purpose of this system here is we're going to teach you guys a bit of a system as we go forward. Every week we're adding in some of the different aspects of the system, and we think that the system that we use is pretty good, and it can make money versus the average fan, right? We can separate the real winners from the losers. And we're making our selections live tonight, so that really puts the system to test. It's not based on historical data. So we take a look at how we did on the first 3 weeks here. You can see the net profit. Week 1 was just myself, made $118. Week 2, George made almost $17. And then last week, made almost $12. So in 3 weeks, we're up $147 for a return on investment of our original $60 of $245 or 245%. Unfortunately, the average fan has lost every week, has dipped into their pocket for a second $60 and is down $117. So overall, we're ahead of the average fan, almost $265 just through 3 weeks. So we're doing quite well in the system. Any comments there, George?
Yeah, I think what we learned in the system is discipline and finding the right races to bet at. And the advantage of doing it online is you have so many races to pick from. You can always find good races that the system will do well in.
Yeah, that's true. So every week we challenge an average fan, and the average fan really represents, people that make favorites, right? That's what we talk about. That on average, the fan is betting on the favorites. So, we always pick out some funny videos of fans. So I picked out one this week I'd like to show you. So let's watch this guy, and I want you to think about whether or not this fan is going to be a winner or a loser. So let's take a look.
Open him up, one. On the race. Keep coming. Open him up. Keep coming, seven. Open him up. Keep coming, seven. So only closer in the race. Open him up, one. Come on, seven. Open him up. Open him up. Come on, seven. Open him up. Come on, seven. Open him up. 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 Push. 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 You lazy son of a bitch.
Fine.
All right. So, George, I don't think you could hear that one, but
No.
he turned out to be a loser. He had a lot of
Oh, geez.
enthusiasm, excellent rhythm, actually, cheering on his horse.
I'm going to watch that one later.
Yeah, but in the end, he ended up losing, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can continue the winning streak.
Yeah,
It's
that's
always
for sure.
like it's really hard to pick horses. It's very hard.
So tonight we're going to have 5 races in our challenge. We're going to choose the races. It's going to be live. So whatever's up coming up, we're going to take a look. George and I have looked at some of the races that are forecasted to come up during the program. So every race we're going to bet about $12, whether on wins, exactors, tractors, whatever. And the average fan will basically mirror our bet, but only really betting on the favorites. Okay. We're going to track our performance real time on the sheet. So through the 5 races, we'll see how we're doing, similar to how we did last week. And at the end, we're going to evaluate our performance. How do we do on our profit, win or loss, and our return on investment? Okay. And, last week we talked about value. I think maybe Jordan had a question on value. And I thought I'd put up this chart here. It's quite interesting. So this is our 10% cut line. The x-axis represents the percentage of points within the top selection, right? So the top selection is to the right of 0. And to the left is, selections that aren't the top selection. So people that are less than the top selection. And if you remember, we introduced the 10% cut line last week. That's that vertical red line here. What we're going to introduce this week is this value line. So this value line you see I've highlighted with a purple box, this line moving up here. That's going to create what we call the win bet zone and the no win bet zone. So the no win bet zone is in red and the win bet zone is in green. So what you're looking for is value. And when a horse falls in, when you plot their percentage as well as their odds, which is on the vertical axis here, when you plot that, you're going to see value, right? So if I look at this circle here, it says the horse was a 2% top selection. So they're 2% ahead of everybody else, and they're currently 4-1. So at that point, they're on the value line, right? We'd like to get a little more value, but 4-1 isn't bad. But if they were only paying 3-1, then we wouldn't bet them to win. Okay, so we're going to use this maybe tonight to take a look at some examples as we go through the races, okay? But it is a good way for you to think about how you're going to bet value. All the blue dots here that you see in the background are real races that I plotted for that type of horse, whether they were, between 0 and 10% or 0 and negative 10%. And I took some of the highest payouts, and that's what I created for my value line, okay? So, George, what do you think of that chart?
I think it's a great system to allow you to make go no go decisions for bets. Very important.
Okay, and what you want to do, see some of these the dots in the green zone, they're all good value, right? So you might think a horse that's 20% ahead as a selection, you might have a threshold of, let's say, you're not going to bet less than even money, and that's not a bad personal threshold to have. Never bet an odds-on horse to win. That's a waste of money. There's just too many factors come into play that odds-on, which is less than even money, isn't worth your time. So, you probably have a threshold in here of at least even money, right? So that this red line may continue over here a little bit. Okay, so with that, I think we're ready to get into the races, George. Uh, where do you want to go first? What do you think?
Well, let's try. Like I had some selections for Dover race 8. I think it's just 0 minutes to post. So we may not have enough time for that. So
Let
why
me
don't
see. Sometimes that
let me
0
see?
can turn into a few minutes.
Yeah, let's say take a look here for Dover where we are.
Okay, so I've pulled up the race selection here on the show.
Okay, they haven't gone yet. So like I think we might have time for Dover, and so like the three. The three, like the short list are two horses, 2, 3, and 4, and I've actually gone and seen the past races of all 3 horses, and I was unimpressed with horse 2. So my first and second selection for race 8 Dover would be 3 and 4. So let's take a look at the odds of 3 and 4. So 3 is 9 to 2. 4 is also 9 to 2. So we have pretty good value here. Let's take a look at their drivers. Driver 3, Dexter Dan, is a very good driver, 22% win percentage. And horse 4, Well, Russell Foster, 11%. I think of the two, I'd rather go for the three because you need to have a good driver. You need to have somebody who knows what you're doing behind the wheel, especially with the outside posts.
So,
So
George, the
three,
system picked number two with a 3.6% lead, right?
right?
Yeah, we saw late mail last week. Very good speed, if you recall. Um, Sweet,
Yeah,
Sweet
I know. Yeah,
Sundays has speed, as well as Tiger Thompson has some speed. So, projecting the quarter mile position to be 3.412.
yeah. But I gotta say, I mean, I was very unimpressed by two in his last race. He didn't show any initiative in the middle of the race, and when it came to the stretch, he faded, and he had post one last week, right?
So, you
So
think three at 9 to 2 is good value?
I think so. I think so. And there's also a top driver in horse three as well. He's 4-1 now.
So, how about if we do, what do you think, three with 2 and 4?
I think so. I think 3 and 2 4, three or 2 4 exactor would be a smart bet
Do you want to cover ourselves with the two?
for a win bet or for an exactor.
Well, maybe like a 2-3 exactor, just
Yeah, I think that's a good idea to cover ourselves.
so what if we do a $4 exactor, three with 2-4 for $8, and we'll do a $4 exactor straight 2-3.
Um,
Or do you want to do maybe two with 3 and 4? Or
I'm thinking, what do you think about a 2-3 box? And that way, if
well,
it's
we have
four,
three with
three,
2 and 4 already above, right?
right? Okay, well, you know what? Why don't we do 2-3 straight then?
Okay, so
But you don't want to do you don't want to do a win bet on three? I mean, the 41 odds are pretty good odds.
well, I mean, let's. Are they going right now, George, or can you take a look?
Let me take a look right now. Yeah, they just started. Okay,
Okay, so let's stick with our bet.
okay. Let's say
Uh,
yeah, they just started.
all
So I
right,
don't know
so
if you can back it up.
let me pull up the race.
I'm looking at it now. Des three's got the trip. You say it's 4-3-2. The top. Oh, two's doing a quarter move right now. So 2, 4, 3 are the top three horses right now. Okay, three has to go. Oh, go, 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 go. Oh, three didn't go. Darn it.
So we have three with 2-4, two with 3-4. So three is a little bit boxed right now, George.
Yeah, I know. Like the driver didn't go, but hopefully he'll get some room. Well, like it looks the horse on the outside is dying, so like
Yeah,
he'll get room
he's
right
going to
now.
get room right now. This is
He's
good.
looking good. He's looking good.
He's got the class, right?
Yeah,
Here he comes.
here he's come. Come on, three. Show us what you're made of.
Two looks pretty strong right now.
He does look strong, but three's still coming.
Maybe we can get the 2-3 anyway.
Yeah.
Come on, three. Get him up. Oh, four is strong.
Oh, four took him. Okay. Didn't have that late kick.
4-2. 4-2. Okay. Yeah, I thought four was a good horse too, right? I mean,
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, 3, 4 were the two that I liked.
yeah. I mean, if we take a look at the where we were in the system here,
It's 3, 4. It turned out to be 4-3. Yeah, 4 won that pretty easy. He won it by length. And
yeah.
his
So the
odds were
system actually had 2-3-4, right?
2, 3, 4. Yeah.
So what I'm going to show you is that value graph for this race. Okay, we're just going to take a look. We got a little bit of time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you could tell me, George, what were the final odds on that race?
The final
Starting at
odds
number one.
35-1.
Hang on a second. 35. Okay.
For number 2, it was 7-5. Number 3 was 7-2. And number 4 was 3-1.
Okay. Number 5.
7-1.
Yeah.
6, 10-1.
Yeah.
And both 7 and 8 were 12-1.
Yeah. So looking at the value, it was talking maybe about the 6 or whatever. Okay. So, we didn't, 3 out of 2, 3, 4, 3 was the best value at 3.5 to 1, right?
Yeah.
So, not enough necessarily for a win bet, but definitely had some value there.
hmm
Okay, so
So,
close race, we definitely, had the top three guys there.
so does for the fans, can you explain how 3 is the best value here graphically?
Okay, let me share a screen here. Okay, so if you take a look at this chart, what we have in here is the points that I mapped in. Just make sure it's correct. Yeah. So we have the points in at the top here, and what we do is so that chart that I showed you with the line, the value line, I've turned that into an equation. You remember linear equations?
I do. I did pass grade 13 math.
So I turned that into an equation so that we can just punch in the values of the
hmm
points and then look at the percentage difference, mapping that against the value line, and you can see where you end up in terms of percentage of value. So if you look at the graph, you can see, or the table up here, you can see number 2 was showing 43% value, number 3,
hmm
60, number 4, 50. And then the other guys that were pretty good value were 5 and 6. They weren't that
hmm
far off, those guys. So
hmm
for their value, number 6 was the best value considering. And I don't know who came in third there, but number
I
6,
think 3 came in third.
yeah, you may have lost at the wire. But anyway, so the chart at the bottom here just plots out the odds. I don't have the horses highlighted, but you can see a lot of the horses fall in the red zone, right? So the only
hmm
horse that really came in is number 5 and 6 were showing decent value at this point.
hmm
But I tend to only use value like this when the race is really tight and we don't have a leader that's more than like 2-3% ahead. This one was close. It was like three something ahead, 3.5% ahead. So something to look at. We'll look at it as we go through. Is that
Okay.
is that okay, George?
Yeah, no, that's a good. It's a good explanation.
So what do we have coming up next here?
Okay, so race 9 Dover. My recommendation was to pass this race because the horses are just too close. Like they're all good horses, and at least to my eye, I couldn't really differentiate one over another as being like the better. Like they're all like, for example, all the horses, like the first six horses are all within well within 10% of each other. And
Okay,
like,
so
and
that's
then they're all,
perfect actually for the value system that I'm going to teach tonight.
okay.
So do you want to apply that in this race?
Yeah, let's try that. We have 7 minutes to post, so I think we do have a bit
Okay,
of
so
time.
let me explain it for. I'm going to go back to the presentation here, and you just teach you a little bit about teach the fans here a little bit about value. So if we recall, we were here on the value chart, right? So let's start there. So we have the value chart. Now I'm going to teach you a little bit about when should you or when can you bet long shots. So there's two ways that I see. One is when the system top selection has high odds. And number two is when there's a tight race. And George just talked about a tight race when a lot of horses are very close to the top selection, so within 10% of the top selection. And the top system selection has a pretty slim margin, like 1 to 3%. So we're going to look for high value horses in that situation. We're going to apply that to race 9 at Dover here coming up. So the first system is high odds, and this is an example of a race, a recent race, November 7th, race 8 at Freehold. So we applied this system, and you can see here that Lions William, number 3, came up with a 5% spread. And you can see the sensitivities. We had 3 with 6-2, 6 with 3-2, 3 with 6-2, and so forth. So it's a good example where 3 is definitely our top pick, right? And 2 and 6 are clearly the second choices. There's only 3 horses above the cut line. When you take a look at the odds, okay, we see Lions William was sitting at 11 to 1. The exactors, 3 with 2, $98, 3 with 6, $73. Okay, so this is a great value bet. If we look at the graph, this is where the horse is plotted. Okay, so the circles represent the horse numbers, and the black numbers beside the circles are their odds. So you can see that every horse in the race plotted below the value line or less than the 10% cut line. The only horse in the green zone is number 3. Because he's our top selection, so he's about 5% ahead of the zero line, and he's at 11 to 1, so he should be around 3 to 1 here. So the reality is the value we're seeing in number 3 is 360%, right? 3.6 times what you actually should be paying in terms of odds. Does that make sense, George?
It does. No, like it's a very good quantitative way to find good value.
So let's, you guys want to watch this race?
Yeah, I think we have time.
All right, let's take a quick look at it.
Yeah, we have 4 minutes plus some more of the time before they actually start. So we probably have about 6-7 minutes, I think.
The system might be a little slow here.
So, yeah. Do you want me to read you out the top 6 horses, Dennis?
Albert Escutin leaves alertly on the rail. Lions William.
It's a little hard to see this race
the corner right into 4th, and Time Watch gets away 5th. Gap at 2-3 to Lear, Sealster, and Our Little General.
Well, sorry, like I should point out that there's 9 horses in this field, and 8 horses fall within 10% of each other.
Okay, I'm going to skip the replay. It's the system is bogging down a bit, but let me show you the results of that race.
Sure.
So the results: Lions William came in first. He won by like 3 lengths, 11 to 1. He paid $25.60. The 2 and the 6 came second and third. So the exactor 3-2 came in at $98. 3-2-6 triactor paid $280 for a $2 wager.
Wow.
Okay, so that's value, right? And that comes up more often than we think, right? Using the system, the value system. There's a $98 exactor. You don't have to hit that often, right? If you hit 1 of 10, I mean, you're making money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll show you some more value as we go forward here, but how much time do we have to post, George?
We have 3 minutes plus about 2 or 3 minutes before they actually go, so probably about 5 to 6 minutes.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is pull up the race, pull up on the Excel sheet. So let's see here. Yeah, so do you want to, George, just read me off the
sure.
current odds? The current odds.
Yeah. The odds or
just the odds. Just the odds.
The odds. Okay, so horse 1, 9 to 5.
9 to 5, 1.8. Okay.
Yeah, 2, 13 to 1.
Okay.
3 and 4, 10 to 1.
Yeah.
Horse 5, 25 to 1.
Yeah.
Horse 6, 8 to 5.
8 to 5, 1.6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Horse 7, 7 to 1.
Yeah.
Horse 8, 15 to 1.
Okay.
Horse 9, 16 to 1.
16. Okay, so if you look at the spreadsheet, I think everybody can see it on the screen here. Okay, we've got the value chart at the top and the graph at the bottom. Let me zoom in a little bit on the chart first. Okay, so you can see here, guys, what we're showing with value is the leader in this race. So the top selection is 3.79 ahead, right? 3.79%. Looks like number 7. Okay. Is that correct, George?
Um, I'm not sure what you mean. 3.93.
I'm just trying to see. Number
Isn't
7
it
is the top pick in the system.
numbers? Oh, sorry. Yeah, in the system, it's
It's number 7, right?
correct. It's number 7. That's right.
So right now, number 7 is a top pick. He's showing 7-1 odds. His value is 220%. That's good. The
Yeah,
top value in the race is actually number 5. He's only 4.15 points away from the top
yeah.
selection.
So
He's
7 and 5.
25-1. His
Yeah,
value is 420%.
yeah.
You
That's
don't
excellent.
see value of 420% very often. So
Yeah,
this is the situation where you can make a big payout. So let's do that this race, George. Let's if
sure.
you're okay with it.
You're doing exactor.
Well, I would look at a couple of wagers here. Number one, I would look at, I think it's going to be a long shot race. There's tons of value here, and some of
Yeah.
these horses are so overbet. So, we could bet a couple of horses to win, maybe the 5 and the 7,
Yep.
and then we could do some exactors with some value based on the system. What do you think?
I think that's a good idea.
Okay, so the high value is the 5. Now we got to come back to this and punch in the odds as they change. So, George, how many minutes to post?
It's 0 minutes to post, but let me take a look here. Yeah, there's
Give me the new
still
odds. Give me the new odds.
yeah the new okay. 1 is even money, 2 is 18-1, 3 no sorry 2 is 21-1, 3 is 18-1, 4 is 8-1, 5 is 41-1, 6 is 5-2, 7 is 5-1, 8 is 24-1, and 9 is 11-1.
Okay, so now we're up to 700% value. We're going to put a win bet on number 5. Okay,
Yeah, I think so.
so we're going to do number 5, and maybe we'll throw in number 3. Okay, those are the two highest value, 2, 3, and 5. So let's go to our bet tracker here, and this is Dover 9, right?
Yes. So we're betting 2, 3, and 5 to win, Des, or what?
Yeah, we're going to bet a $4 win. 2, 3, and 5. So we're going to bet
That's
our
good.
our $12. Okay,
Yep.
getting good payouts, right?
Very good payouts. Yep.
Okay, so that's how the value system works, right? You could bet more than one horse, um,
Yep.
right?
You can.
How many are they going, George? Or
No, they're not going yet. We still have some time, Des. When we throw an exactor,
no, I don't think so. Let's just play
just
the
stick with the
value
win
right
bet.
now.
Yeah, no, I think yeah, like I mean, anybody can win this race. 2, 3, 5, or they're all very good.
So just want to pick up the results from the last race here.
I think it was 2, 3, 2,
425, 425.
4, 2, 5. Yeah.
So 5 was one of our value horses, right, George?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, it came in third.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah. So
4.
1 and 6 are the two favorites. They're both at 8-5. And 2, 2, 3, 5. Let's see the drivers on 2, 3, 5 here. Hold on. Okay, two's got a 12% driver, 3 has got a 10% driver, and five's got a 17% winning driver. So 2 average drivers and 1 good driver for 2, 3, 5.
Yeah, just trying to see. So the average fan last race would have done 2 with 4 and 3. Actually, the average fan may have won the last race.
Did he? Okay.
He
Oh
would have
well.
done 2 with 4 and 3, and he would have done a 4-3 exactor. because no, he would have done a 3-2 actually, or sorry, a 4-2. He would have done a 4-2.
So he would have got. So he would have got it.
The average fan would have, yeah.
Okay.
What did the exactor pay, George?
Let me take a look here. Hold on. Oh, 2680. 2680 4-2 exactor.
Yeah. So he reversed the top two selections. So 2680. So he won it twice.
Well, he's got to win sometimes, right?
We got a mountain to climb here, George.
Well, hopefully this will be the opportunity with these long shots on the board.
So the average fan, he's at $101 through the first race.
There you go. Well,
Good for the average fan. Okay, so where are we
so
now,
what are our
George?
bets again, Des? So like we have win bets on 2, 3, 5, right? Is it $2, $4 each?
$4 each, 2, 3, and
Okay.
5.
Okay.
So is the race going yet, or?
Not yet, but it's soon. Are you gonna flash it on the screen, Des?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I think everybody can see the wagering where we're at. So the average fan is going to bet 3 favorites according to the system. So who's that going to be, George?
Horse 1, horse 6, and horse 5. No,
All right.
horse 7.
So so the average fan, between one of us, we should win this race. We're betting
I think
6
so.
horses.
But really, like 8 horses. There's 8 horses that can win this that are all pretty good.
Oh, exactly.
So it's a wide open race.
So we've got
Okay, Des, they're coming up. They're coming up now.
who's our bets, George? What did I say?
2, 3, 5.
Okay.
You're approaching the gate now.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay. Let's hope we can get some value here, because the average fan is way ahead of us.
So what's the name of our horses, George?
Our horses are Sunny on the Beach, Going Down Rocking, and Bodega Bay.
All right, here we go, guys. 2, 3, 5. We got a win bet on those 3 horses for value. This should be a wide open race, right?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
So 3 got a good start. What's the odds on the 3, George? Nice pocket
18,
trip.
18 to 1.
Nice pocket trip. Sunny
nice
at the beach.
For the 3. Sunny on the beach.
Nice pocket trip. I knew Sicily would go. Class horse, right?
Yeah.
We don't want any quarter moves. We want to keep.
One is 3 to 5 right now.
One's doing a quarter move.
One's in a quarter. That's not good for us. Hopefully he'll keep.
Well, hopefully he parks him up. I doubt it.
No, he's not. Yeah.
That looks pretty good for the 6, I would think, right?
Yeah.
Being in the pocket. 6 at 3 to 1 is fairly good value, I think, for that horse.
Yeah. Well, no one's going out, so 3's. If 3's going to pull, he'll be able to.
He's gapping a little bit. 6 looks like he's full of horse.
Yeah.
So 6 looks pretty strong tonight. Where's our other horses?
I think they've gone. I think they've gone for an oat a banana break or something. I don't see them anywhere. Oh, one's opening up here.
Yeah. It's like 5 has cover on the outside. Is that 5?
I think so. Oh, I think
Yeah,
one's slowing
it's
down a little
2.
bit. No. Yeah, I think they're catching. Well, no, I think one's gonna.
Here comes 3 up the inside. 6 and 3. Here comes 4. Oh, it was close with the 4. I don't know who the 4 was, but
Yeah, was 4 in our thing. Let me see here. 4 was fourth.
what was his odds?
4 was 11-1.
Okay, so I think the 1 held on.
I think so too. Yeah.
So our
Yeah.
3, he was coming at the end, but the 4 was flying.
Yeah.
It looked like the 1 held on, but let's just
Yeah. I
see.
think looks like it. Yeah. It was 1-4.
It's pretty close race though.
Yep.
Okay, but that's, again, you're not going to hit those all the time, but if you hit them, it's pretty big, right?
Yeah.
So what were the final odds there? Let's just go back and look at the tracker. I just want to make sure.
Yeah. The final odds were on 1 3-5.
Yeah.
On 2 40-1. On 3 18-1. On 4 11-1. On 5 40-1. On 6 3-1. On 5 5-1. On 8 45-1. And on 9 22-1.
Yeah, so I mean the 4 definitely still had value if we pull up the sheet here.
Yeah.
Turn it off, pull up our sheet. So yeah, I mean the 4 still had value at 180, The 1 definitely didn't have value, right?
Yeah.
9.2 till again 3 to 5 odds. We had the 2, we had the 3, we had the 5, right? And then the 9. There's just a lot of value in there to try. And the 4 almost pulled it off, but okay. Let's turn
Okay.
that off. So how about Hoosier? How are we doing there?
Let's take a look at Hoosier. Let me see where Hoosier is right now. Hoosier is just race 3 just finished, so we can look at horse race 4 on Hoosier.
Just want to see who the average fan would have bet. Definitely would have had the 1, right?
Yeah.
So the average fan would have bet the 1, 6, and 7.
Yep.
Yeah, so they're going to win a little bit there. So the winner paid 340. It was 147.
Yep.
Hey George, so we're down. We should be down the full 20.
Well, $24.
Yeah, I don't
$24
know
up.
why I'm 29 here.
It was 12 and 12, so. Yeah, it was a good drive by number 1. He got to the, like he got in the front with the quarter move, and then he controlled the pace. Very good drive.
Oh, I put the bet in the wrong area. That's why. Should be the average fan down here. Yeah, I mean the one won the race, but he wasn't a standout guy, right?
Yeah.
680. Okay, so we're down to 36. The average fan sitting at 96.40, up 60%.
Are we down? I thought we're down 24, 12
Yeah,
and
we're
12
down
for race.
$24. Yeah, the
Yeah.
average
Yeah.
fan is up 36.40. So having a good night,
Okay.
the average fan.
$36. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay.
Okay, so which race are we switching to, George?
You know what? I think we should look at
Harris?
well, Hoosier race 4 or
Hoosier.
Dover race race. You know what? Let's go to Dover race 10. Because I actually made a note that this is a good race for us to bet on.
Okay.
7 minutes to go.
So I'll pull it up here. You can see Dover race 10. So I see 3 horses above the cut line: Lion Sentinel, JK
Yep,
First Lady, and Party Girl Hill.
that's right.
Party Girl Hill was like winning 14 of 15 races. This is a 3-year-old filly stakes race.
Mm.
Party Girl Hill was like the big favorite. Lion Sentinel beat Party Girl Hill the last race, but Party Girl Hill is winning like 14 of 15 races.
No, it's a class horse.
Yeah, so you can see the time and the class, right? So very good. Speed, Lion Sentinel doesn't have a lot of speed, neither does the 3, but Party Girl Hill, Rockinificent, and Priceless. So I'm thinking probably a 1-4-2 at the quarter.
Yeah, I think so too.
So
And yeah,
what do you think of this race? Who do you like here?
I think well, I think 6-3-1 are obviously according to the system the top 3 horses. It's hard to like post 1 Party Girl Hill has a top driver in a first post position, so I think we should do some exactors around number 1.
Well, I mean, did you watch the last race? Lion Sentinel came in the stretch, right?
I did, and I was actually very impressed by Lion Sentinel. But post 6, Lion Sentinel does not have a lot of speed. Post 6, he's going to be way at the back.
The
So
last race was at Hoosier, wasn't it? Like a long stretch.
let me take a look here. What
I
his last
believe it
race
was. Lion Sentinel.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Last race he was at Hoosier. He flew down the stretch and he finished second, and that was from post 3. Now, mind you, yeah, so post 3, mind you that it was a $500,000 stakes race, so everybody was going that race.
But it was an advantage for the come from behind with those big stretches.
With a long stretch, yeah. So that's why I would pick 6 to finish second because of the law because Dover's got a shorter stretch than Hoosier.
So I mean, 3 I think definitely could be there, as well as maybe 4, but maybe it's just the top 3 guys we concern ourselves with, right?
Yeah. So what's the 10% cutoff? Let me just see it.
It's just 1. If you look at the screen, it's 1, 3, and 6 is the 10% cut.
Right. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
So what are the odds currently?
The odds. Well, 1 is heavy favorite at 1-5, 3 is 11-1, and 6 is 7-1.
6 is good value though.
Yeah, no, he is good value, but I don't know. Post 1 with a top driver, that's gonna be tough to beat.
Yeah. What are the exactors?
I'm just looking right now. 1-3 is $9. Yeah, 1-6 is $4. So yeah, not very good value for exactor.
And what is the 6-1?
6-1 is $17.
Maybe we should box the 1 and 6, or do we think? What is that about the 1 and 4, George? Because the 4 has very good speed. Yeah, could be in the pocket.
1-4 is $140 actually.
You see that kind of value?
Yeah,
it's a long shot, right? I mean, it's worth $2.
Yeah, and
right?
also 4's got a good driver, Scott Zeron, 16% winner, and he does have speed. That's for sure. And I think I think a possibility to assess the race, 1 and 4 might both go. 1 won't let the 4 in, and 4 might tuck behind the 1, and it'd be those two sitting all the way around.
Right, and if he slows it down, nobody's
Yeah,
going to come from behind, right?
yeah, that's right.
It's only a 7-horse field, which allows horses to slow down the pace quite easily, right?
Yeah.
So are you thinking maybe one with 3, 4, 6?
I don't think it's worth doing a 1-6 because it only pays $4. You think it's worth it? I mean, exactors are hard to
Well, it
pick.
is a top horse, right?
Yeah, but one with 3, 4, 6. Yeah, yeah. I think having the 6 in there would cover our bet in part.
Yeah, let's just take a look. I mean, the other option, I don't think the 6 is going to win tonight with the shorter stretch.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull up the odds here just so we can show the fans. So you got 2 to 5. So we talked about the 1-4 being a little bit of value,
Yeah.
$130. So the 1-3 is 9, the 1-6 is 4, 6-1 is 15. 6-1, I mean, I wouldn't do a 6-1 if you're going to do anything to win on the 6.
Yeah.
It's 6-1. I mean, it's not worth the exactor. So, how many minutes to post?
2 minutes to post plus the extra time. I think we're good with time.
All right. So, do we want to do maybe one with 4 and 6? Cover our bet with 1-6, or
So
not even do it if you say it's not worth it.
yeah, like I think a good value bet would be one with um, 3, 4 maybe.
Okay. So why don't we do? Why don't we do? Let's pull up the spreadsheet here. So what if we do? This is Dover 10, right?
Yeah.
So what if we do $4 exactor, one with 3, 4?
Yeah.
And what if we do maybe the 6-1 as the other exactor?
I think
Just
that's a good idea because
it's good value, right?
yeah, yeah, 6-1
Or should
pay.
we just do like a win on the 6?
Well, I think a 6-1 exactor is better value because it pays $16 while a win on the 6, like a $2 win, pays 12.
Okay, so we're going to do a $4 one with 3, 4 and a $4 6-1. So we're not covering the obvious exactor, the 1-6, which likely will come in
Yeah.
because it only pays what'd you say, George? $4 or something?
Or now it's $5.
Yeah, so you see here the 1, 6, $5. That's not worth the risk. So if we get
Yeah.
6-1, it's 16, 1-3 is 9, which is low, but okay. So we really want the 1-4. We'll make big money.
Yeah.
And we know the 4 has speed. We think he's gonna go, um, which would be good, right?
Yep. Yep. No, like the 4 definitely has speed, and like the last race, he was still in it. I mean, like, he finished fourth, right? So
So the average fan will probably do one with 3,
1-6.
6, one with 3, 6, and then they'll
Uh,
also do the 6-1, right?
yeah. No, like the 1-6.
No, because it's a reverse. So they already did the 1-6. So
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So 6-1.
they'll do the reverse bet. Okay, so we got that set up. How much time do we have, George?
We are 0 minutes to post, but let me see if they're gearing up. Yeah. No, like I was still probably about 2, 3 minutes still.
Okay, so one with 3, 6. Let me just set it up in the bed here.
Yep.
Oh no, we have one with 3, 4. And then we have a exactor 6-1, right?
Right.
So, okay, we got a minute here. What I'm going to do, we had a funny video come in from one of our fans, Alex, based on last week's fan. He picked up some techniques on cheering horses. So I'm going to pull that up here
No, that'd be great to watch.
while we're waiting. So here's Alex.
Come on, 7. Let's go. Let's go. Bring it in. Come on, 7. Come on now. Come on, 7. Come on, 7. Let's go. Let's go. Bring it in. Come on, 7.
All right, good job, Alex. Thanks for sending that in. I think you need a little more speed, though, right? I mean, you'll notice the fan we showed last week, when he was hitting his butt, it was more, quicker, right? Yours a little slower, so you got to pick up the speed on beating your butt. But otherwise, great job, Alex. Great job picking that up.
He's learning. He's learning.
He's learning. He's doing a good job. So, okay, so I've got Dover open here, so we can take a look at it. So yeah, the 6. So 1 is 3 to 5 now.
Yeah.
3 is 9 to 2. I mean, 1 is clearly the class or horse here, right?
Yeah.
Clearly. Yeah, Alex says he was using a hardcover book. You kind of want to use a soft cover, right? You got to.
Yeah. I think a hardcover book might hurt a little bit.
Yeah, it might hurt, Alex. It might hurt.
We suggest a magazine would be good. And also makes like a nice like sound, like in the impact.
Like a popping sound, right?
Exactly. Like.
Okay, guys. So we're looking for some value here. We're looking for the 1-4 value to come in. That's got to be a nice paying Zactor, right?
$71, 1-4.
Yeah, we got $4 on it, so that would be a nice pay. So it looks like they're getting ready here.
Oh, Des, here it's $64 now. It jumped up.
What was it before?
It was 51, I think. Now it's 64.
63. Yeah, the 1-6 is up to $6. That's 2 to 1.
Yeah.
The 1-3 is $8. So, and the 6-1 is $20. That's not bad.
Yeah.
6-1, $20.
We have $4 on that, right?
Yeah. So if the 6 is anywhere near the top, we have to cheer for him to win.
That's right. So, Des, you were commenting that you find that the system is kind of seasonal, like it works better at certain times of the year than others. Can you kind of expand on that?
Yeah, you'll notice on CompuBet that the percentage wins start to go up as the stakes horses go away. So your 2-year-olds, your 3-year-olds, they start to be put away for the winter. They don't generally race in the winter. And you'll start to see the percentages, and they're a little more predictable. I find it's a little more predictable. It's coming out in January, February, you get really good results. So it's a little bit of a waiting game. You can see in the summer the system at the big tracks with stakes races just doesn't work. Now this is a stakes race, right?
Yeah.
These are pacers, so hopefully they don't break. And these are 3-year-olds, so a little more consistency over 2-year-olds.
Yeah.
But we'll see, right? I mean, we're going to see 6 come likely first over, right? Like we talked about, Yannick Gingras is on the 3, so he might be aggressive tonight. Might end up with that pocket. We're hoping the 4 gets the pocket. 3 maybe is going to come first over with the 6 in tow, so he'll have cover on the outside.
Yeah.
And then hopefully, maybe 3 or 4 hang on in the stretch. We'll see.
Actually, does the 3 also has some speed as well, too? So.
Yeah, he'll probably go with Gingras, right?
Yeah.
So what is the 1-3 right now? It's still $9.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I definitely notice how CompuBet gets streaky. Like, for example, certain tracks overall it could be like a 40-45% success rate, but a given week it could be 20-25, right? Like for example, I'm noticing, I think it's Montevello. Is it Montevello, that one?
Monticello.
Yeah,
Monticello.
Monticello. That track is usually over 40, but I think this week and last week it's like 28, 27, 28.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. So
They
it's
could
so
be
so
they
like
could be having stakes races right now.
yeah.
You don't know.
So so for the fans out there, you definitely have to watch. You definitely have to track how the system is doing on a given week. They're starting now.
Yeah,
Okay, so we're cheering 1-4, 1-3, I guess, right?
or 6-1. I mean, either way, we just want to win, right?
Yeah, that's great.
We don't want it to be 1-6.
No, we don't. I can't see this. I cannot see the one letting anybody in. I mean, like one looks good.
Yeah, I think the one was probably a
He,
little
he,
frustrated with last week's race.
he was first over last week.
Was it?
Yeah,
He's not gonna. He's gonna go today.
yeah.
Three's right on the gate. Gingra again. He might go.
There you
Let's
go.
hope four has a lot of speed and can power up here.
Oh, 3 and 4 didn't go.
Oh boy,
He was the guy on the outside. Is that 8?
six
That's
left.
6. 6. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
that's
6 had
not
a good start. I see one doing a quarter move now.
six. Yeah, who's the two? Priceless. Okay, I think two was like fifth in the system.
Yeah,
Six should go around the two. I mean, this is dangerous, right?
yeah. No, he's not going.
He should.
Surprise!
He should.
He'll be caught. He'll be caught first over now.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go, but I mean,
Yeah.
the one's not gonna go until six
No one's
goes.
going. So he actually might save himself a. Oh, okay. I think no one
He's got to
wants to
go now.
go.
He's got to go
No one
now.
wants to go. Oh, here
He's
we go.
waiting for the turn, and he's gonna go right now.
Yeah, here we go.
Wow, I mean that's a very surprising start for the
Wow, 6
six.
one as well too. Jeez.
Very
I-
surprising start. He didn't show speed at all.
I'm surprised the 6 went because he had a good position there. Who's behind the one on the outside?
That's three.
Is that yeah, that's one of our guys, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so right now it's 6-1. We got three
3
coming
looks
and
pretty good. 3
four
looks
is
pretty
behind
good.
the three.
3 looks good, Jed. That's
Looks like
1-3.
one's
Looks
gonna
pretty good.
pass the six.
Yeah, one's gonna fly by the 6 and the 3. Come on, 3. Come on, 1-3. Let's go.
So four is coming up the inside, or maybe
There we go. Do we have 1-3? Well,
we have 1-3. Yeah,
there we go. Okay, here we go. Oop, oop.
it's
We got it.
1-3-4, George. Even four came in
1-3.
third.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Pretty good. We finally got a winner.
Finally got a winner. Excellent.
So let me see. So we're 1-3, right? Yeah, they paid $9. Four came third. Yeah, it was close. He was closing at the end.
Now that would have been an interesting triactor, right?
Yeah.
1-3-4. If we keyed the one with 3-4-6, that would
Yeah.
have been a neat bet. $2 key, one with 3-4-6.
Yeah. Okay, that was good.
Yeah. Six
Who do we
faded badly, but he had to do
Yeah, I was
two moves.
surprised.
Two moves, right?
Yeah.
Came fifth. Wow.
I guess he pulled him because he figured that the one would just brush by the 7, I think, and he'd be boxed in.
Well, it's good we had a winner. But I think the average fan won as well.
The average trying to have 1-3 as well.
Yeah, because they would have bet
Okay.
they would have bet the top two favorites, right? One with 3
That's
and
right.
6.
That's right.
The average fan's having a good night, George.
Well, it has to happen sometimes, right?
Yeah. 'Cause that's what keeps the average fan coming back to the track, right?
Winning once every 5 visits.
Yeah, winning once every 5 visits. So.
That's right.
Okay, so let's just see here. So I think the result was 1-3-4, right?
Yeah, 1-3-4. That's right.
So was 6 the second choice or was 3 the second choice? It actually ended up being 3.
No, it was actually, yeah, 3 was the
So
second
the
choice.
average
6 was
fan would have bet a 3-1 exactor here. They still
that's
would have
right.
lost that. Okay, so what did we, is it official?
Not yet. Let me just take a look here. Hold on. No, it's not yet. Yeah, so it's 1, 3, 4 unofficial. It's not official yet. So. Oh, here we go. Now it's official. The exactor, it doesn't say the exactor yet.
610. That's all we got.
Okay.
Look at the triactor, 2940. That would have been a decent bet,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we got 610, so we got 1220.
So we broke even.
Yeah, basically.
It made 20 cents.
The average fan also got 1220. So they also broke even. So through 3 races, we're down 2380. And the average fan is up 3660. So
Can we beat the average fan?
it's going to be interesting, George. 2 races
Yeah.
left.
2 races left. I think a good one to pick next is Hoosier race number 5.
Who's your race 5? Let's take a look. So we've got a couple, only 2 horses above the
Yeah,
10% cut line, right?
that's right.
We got what is
5 and 4.
Golet?
Yeah, got it. And Checkery Gorgeous.
We got 11 minutes there, George.
Should we find another race before it comes up?
Yeah, the only other one that's going is Woodbine Race 3.
Yeah, that's 0 minutes to post. And I think you know how I feel about Woodbine.
I think this is a value race.
The Woodbine race? Okay, let's take a look here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's it's like 6 horses that are pretty close.
If you look at it, it's yeah. So we got. Let's see if I have that one set up.
Wow.
Woodbine Race 3. Yeah. So what are the odds, George, currently?
Sure, I'll read them out to you.
Yeah.
Horse 1, 7-2. Horse 2, 14-1. Horse 3, 11-1.
Yeah.
Horse 4, 2-1.
Yeah.
Horse 5, 9-2.
Yeah.
Horse 6, 6-1.
Yeah.
Horse 7, 35-1.
Okay.
Horse 8, 13-1.
Yeah.
And horse 9, 6-1.
Okay, so it's showing value on the 2 and the 3, 200% value. I'm just going to pull it up here.
Yeah.
So you can see the chart up here. I just popped it in here. So it's showing 2 and 3 around 200% value.
Mm.
What do you think of those horses?
Let me take a close look at both of them. Hold on here.
I mean, number 3 is actually second choice in the system.
You know, 3's got a decent driver, Jamie Jamison. Let me take a look. He's dropping down in class, and he actually won at this class before. So he seems to be competitive at this class. That's what I can say, and he's got a good post. So.
And 2 is it's not a big choice, but I mean, his speed is good. So what do you think?
I'm not too. I think 2 could be 2 could be a good exactor because he does have good speed. And,
we got 2 and 3. 4 is the top choice. I mean, 4 with 2 and 3 are huge exactors.
4 with 2, 3. Yeah.
4 with 2, 3 is paying 80 and 76. So we could do that. 4 with 2, 3, and
4 with 2. Yeah. No, those are. No.
You want to try it?
Well, it's 4 is 8. 4 with 2 is 80. 4 3 76.
4 with
How
2
about you
3, and we could put a win $2 on the 2, $2 on the 3.
Um, I like the 4 with 2 3 for sure. A win on the bet for sure. I don't know. I don't think 2 could win at this class.
I think 3 can.
I think 3 can for sure.
So why don't we do 4 with 2 3, 3 with 2 4?
Agreed.
You like that?
Yeah, I do. 4, yeah, that's right. 4 with 2 3, and
So we're going
what
to
was the
do
other one you said?
Woodbine race 3. We're going to do a $3 exactor, 3 with 2 4. And we're going to do a $3
3
exactor, 4 with 2 3.
4 with 2 3. Yeah, and that's $6, right? No, that's
Yeah, $3 each.
it's
So
12. It's 12. Yeah, it's $12. Yeah, okay.
does that sound
You don't
good?
want to do a you don't want to do a win bet on number 3? He's 9 to 1.
Uh, yeah, we can chop off some money. Do you want to do a $4 win bet?
Yeah, like I'm thinking a $4 win bet, an exactor 3 with 4 2, like like a $2 exactor 3 with 4 2, and then the rest was whatever left over.
So what if
4
we
3.
do 3 with 2 4 and 4 with 2 3, $2 each, right? And then we'll do a
Yeah,
$4 win
and 3. Yeah,
on 3.
that's a good value bet. I mean, 9 to 1 odds. Don't those are great odds.
All right, so we got a $4 win on the 3.
Oh, they're going right now. Well, like they're starting to go.
So that's 8 and 4. Okay, so let me bring up Woodbine. We'll show it.
So we're cheering for 3, right?
3 and 4, I guess.
Horses in behind the gate now for tonight's third race. We've got a field
Here they come.
of 9. 1 sharp in the debut for trainer Scott West last time out. Public thinks he can double up. It's post time for the third race. Here they come. And they're off. Good beginning in the center. A boy named Sue's trucks out of there. 2 doors down to his right. There's Shadow of Lindy flashing speed. Darkest Secret at the rails come away third. Fourth behind him, Levy Taylor. Pressing back
Okay, so
goes
3
Beach
is
Baby B,
6
along with
or
Sunshine's
7.
finest. Next to last, going into that first turn, there dropped over to the rail is Jimmy Be Good, and Mission 3's trailing. First panel 28, 1/5, and here comes Cool Rock to the front. Cool Rock on point.
Well, that's a unique. Cool Rock is a come from behind horse.
Tonight leads by 2 open lengths.
He's
Shadow
never
Lindy
on
back
the
in the
front
second. A
end.
boy named Sue's third. Darkest Secret, the fourth one
He
in.
usually has a
Levy Taylor
huge
fifth.
kick.
6 now to Beach Baby B.
Very
Am I seeing it
And
right?
Sunshine's
Is it
finest.
77
Tracked by
to
Jimmy
1?
Be Good.
No,
And
no,
Mission
it's
3
6
is
to 1.
trailing. Field
Oh,
coming
6
up
to 1.
to the
Okay,
midway
all right.
point. Pressure on Cool Rock as here comes a backstretch blasting. A boy named Sue's rifling to the front. And a boy named Sue's takes over the lead for Waugh.
Where's our
Puts them at
horses?
half in 57 flat.
2's
28 and 4
box.
second quarter.
3
and they're
and
into
4
the final
got
turn.
cover
And a
and
boy named Sue
second
stretching
over.
out the lead to 2 on Cool Rock, who's
Yeah.
back
2
in
and 3
second.
over.
Shadow Lindy third. Darkest Secret to the rail fourth. Overland Freeman fifth is Levy
Now we
Taylor.
got a slow
Sixth
horse on
outside
the
to Beach
outside.
Baby B.
5 looks pretty
He's stuck
strong.
on poor cover. So poor, Jameson put his charge
Jesus. We got bad
right
cover
back
on
to
the
the pylons
outside.
as Levy Taylor never did step
The guy's
forward.
dying
They're
on
on
the
their way to 3/4, and a boy named Sue's has got 5 on the field. 3/4 of 125 and 3 for that one. A boy named Sue's coming into the stretch with a big advantage. Cool Rock will have to rally from second.
Why's
Shadow of
Woodbine
Lindy,
always burn
Darkest
a...
Secret's got some late
that's
get
why.
up and go.
Okay,
They're in deep stretch, and
Well,
it's a
who's
boy
leads
named
on
Sue's
Woodbine?
still there. He's got 5 on the field. Back into second, Cool Rock.
3 and
Darkest
4 are
Secret
going to
with
come
late
second
speed.
and
Dropped
third.
inside,
But
late Beach Baby B. They're in deep stretch, and this one is over as a boy named
that's...
Sue's will come to the line, and he'll end up winning it by 4 lengths.
Okay.
Second was Cool Rock, then Darkest
Oh,
Secret,
brother.
and in at the rail, Beach Baby B. A boy named Sue's in 154 and 1.
Yeah, I think the one I wanted to bet was Hoosier Race 9.
All right, so we can
Oh,
go there.
no, sorry. Hoosier Race 5 is the one I wanted to bet, actually. And we still have 4 minutes, so I think
Let's
we're
do that
okay.
one.
Is this our fifth race, Des?
Yeah, it's going to be our fifth race.
Okay, well, we have to try to make up our money here.
Who's your race 5?
5 and 4 appear to really be the two standouts, and they're both pretty good odds. Five and 4.
Really?
Yeah, but they're both 5 to 1.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah,
Good exactors.
yeah,
Geez, the lowest odds is 3 to 1.
yeah.
So what do you want to do here? Box 4 or 5?
Let's just see what 4-5 pace here. 4-5 is 70, and 5-4 61. Wow, that's pretty good. I think I think the box is the way to go.
So we've got decent spread, right?
Yeah.
Although 5 seems to be a lot better, George. It's almost like a 10% margin, 9%.
Yeah. Is it? No, no.
Should we do the 5 with the 1-4 maybe?
Hold on, like I'm just checking here. 1087. Yeah, it's a 9% differential. Yeah, like I think 5 is. Yeah, I think 5 would be the first choice.
So if we do 5 with 1-4, that's 70 and 66. Those are good pays.
5 of 1-4. Yeah, yeah. I'm just checking 5's previous races.
And a win on
Oh,
5.
yeah, 5. 4's still a pretty good horse. I'm just looking at his previous races. He's got speed.
Yeah, 1 and
Yeah,
4 have speed.
yeah.
Well, we could do the 5 with 1-4, 4 with 1-5. That's probably a good bet.
Let's
Top
just
two
see.
horses.
Let's see what 4 with 1-5 pace here. Hold on. 4-1 is $45. 4-5 is 71. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Cover our bets. Like do two exactors, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the sensitivities on the screen, George, you see how
Mm.
I had under driver, I had 5 with 1-3-4 or 5 with 4 with, if you want to do a triactor,
Mm-hmm.
5 with 4 with 1 and 3, because they
Yeah.
do stand out. You know what I mean? So is a triactor in play here, or we don't really need it to beat the fan.
Well, tractors are very hard to pick, right?
I like
And
5 with 1-4, 4 with 1-5.
I agree. I think those are the good value bets.
So 4 with 1-5, 53 and 69. 5 with 1-4, 60 and 57.
Yeah.
$3 on each of those.
Yeah.
All right, let me pull up the tracker.
Yeah. 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 And also, who's just got a long stretch as well. So that's another consideration.
That's good for the 5.
Yeah.
So do we want to maybe go $4 on the 5 with 1-4 and $2 on the 4 with 1-5?
Yep. I think that's good. I think we should be more heavily weighted on the 5.
Okay, so the last race at Woodbine, what would the average fan have bet? He would have had a win on the favorite. Who was the favorite? So the favorite, favorite was number 1. Geez, that guy was the first over guy that did nothing. He was the
I know he died.
favorite.
He died. He
My
died.
God. So he would have had 4 to win on number 1.
Yeah.
0 out of that. And then his exactors all would have been with 1, right?
Yeah.
So he would have had the 1 with 4-5, and then he would have had the 5 with the 5 with the 1-4. Hang on a second here. So he would have had the 1 with the 4-5, and the 5 was the second choice, okay? So he would have had the 5 with the 1-4. What was the exactor was 5-6?
Let me check. Hold on. The exactor was, hold on.
What was the results?
Yeah, it was 562.
So he didn't win.
And the exactor was 52. 5.6 was $52.
The average fan had a 5-1, a 5-4, so not bad.
Yeah.
So the average fan's doing okay. I mean, he's up 24.60 tonight. We're down 35.80. We've got a big race coming up here, George.
Hey, we have to. Is there a chance? But one thing that's important to remember is that when we find these value races, you don't have to win them all. If you win, say like 1 out of 5 or 1 out of 4, the money that you make with the value races overcomes the ones that you lose. Like the rest that you lose.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, if we hit this one, we're gonna go home winners.
Yeah, because I actually estimated, right? So I tend to win about 25% of my bets. So of those 25% that I win, I need to make sure that I make enough money to cover the losses plus make the profit.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to win every bet. So
Yeah,
you're right. You got to hit those exactors that are 30, 40, $50.
exactly.
So we still got 5-1 here on our horse.
These are great odds.
So our, let me look at the
Oh, they're going now, Des.
going now.
Gates rolling.
So we're cheering for 4 and 5, right?
Okay, here they go. So let me just.
Okay, yeah, 4's going, 5's tucking in. We wouldn't expect them to go. Yeah, 4's going.
Where's the 1?
1's 4th.
4 left. Okay, 4-1.
Yeah.
And the 5's in good position.
Yeah,
Fifth at Hoosier's perfect.
Yeah.
With the
No,
1 in front of him, which means he's going to get cover because the 1's going to park.
Is that 5 going on the outside there?
He's got to go now behind the 1. Oh, he better go. He didn't go. Oh, no. Terrible, George. He sat on the rail. 3 went over. 1's coming on the outside. 5's on the rail. He didn't pull. Strange for that horse.
Mm.
So we got to hope. Looks like 1's a little bit dead on the outside here. Here comes the 1 now. So 1 is second, and
4's
4.
got the pocket, eh? 4's got the pocket. Okay.
So we got to pass. We need a 4-1.
He looks like he's got some spark there. He looks like he's got something.
It is a long stretch, so let's see. 5 could come in the stretch.
Come on, 4, get him out there.
5's got a lane here. But does he have any horse? Doesn't have any horse. Gee, what's...
Who's that, 1? No,
it's 3.
that's 3.
3, 8. All right, we didn't have
All
any of
right.
those horses. Not a good night.
Not a good night.
So the average fan would have had the 3 on top, but likely, what was the result?
Just checking here.
Looks like it was maybe 3-8, right? If it was 3-4, the average fan would have had the exactor, but I think it was 3-8.
Oh, 378. 378.
3-7. So 7 was a long shot.
717 to 1.
So the average fan would have done 3 with 4 and 5, and then 5 with 3 and 4.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's not a great night.
Yeah, let me just fill that in here. So done 3 with 4 and 5. 8, and then 5 with 3 and 4. And this was Hoosier. What was the race number there, George?
Race 5.
And the final result was 3-8-7.
378.
All right, so guys, you can take a look at the final results here. You can see that the average fan. Let me just bring it up here.
378.
Okay, so the end result is George and I lost 47.80 tonight, 80% of our money, and the average fan had a winning night, up 1260, 21% return. So I think we should play our average fan video again. Maybe we'll play Alex just as representing the average fan tonight. Let's play it one more time.
Come on, 7. Let's go. Let's go. Bring it in. Come on, 7. Come on now. Come on, 7. Come on, 7. Let's go.
All
Let's
right,
go.
so
Bring it in.
average fan Alex smiling tonight. Went home with
He's pretty happy. You can
pretty
buy
happy, right?
a coffee.
$12.60.
You can buy a hot dog and a coffee and have bus fare to get home.
Yeah, exactly. So, we'll do it again. But overall, good show. Any lessons learned tonight, George?
Yeah. Well, you have to be prepared to lose. It's very hard to handicap, and it's hard to be consistent all the time. And but one take home is that I think we made smart bets and good value bets, and you're not going to hit those all the time, but when you do hit those, you'll hit them big, and like you'll leave a winner. So don't be afraid to make those bets, and don't be cowed into the odds, right? I mean, like if a horse is a favorite, but your system says that he shouldn't be a favorite, don't feel that compelled to bet him.
You know what, George? Before we sign off here, I'm going to show you a race at Woodbine, which
Okay.
I thought was really interesting. So this was race 8 on November 6th. You can see it on the screen here.
Mm-hmm.
So the leader was only 1.6% ahead, and you had 8 of the 9 horses within 10%. Okay.
Okay.
So when I plotted the value, you can see here, this is how the graph looked. This was an interesting one. So you can see that 6 and 9 were tremendous values. 6 was only like 4% away from the top selection, and the
Mm-hmm.
odds on that horse were 45 to 1.
Wow.
So a 750% value, right? So these are the things we talk about. They're not going
Yeah.
to win all the time, right? But this particular race, I'm going to see if we can show it here, because this was a good race. But let me show you this was the spreadsheet, so you can see number 1 or number 6 was the top selection at 765% value, and here's what the odds were. So if you take a look at that, our top value selection was 45 to 1, our second value choice 45 to 1, our third value choice 12 to 1.
Hmm.
Okay, so those are the top 3 value picks. So let me see if I can grab the selection here. So Woodbine Race 8, November 6th. Let's see.
Those are crazy odds.
Just seeing if I can grab the race. It's, November 6th. There it is.
So, Des, can I ask, how often do you actually apply your spreadsheet mathematical equation? Do you do it like every time, or do you do it from your head sometimes?
Yeah, I just do it in my head, but I mean, when you get a really close race, you want to take a look, right? So it doesn't take long. You just punch in the ratings and then the odds.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to see if this race will come up here in the system. This is an exciting race.
So your selection was win on 6 and like a 6-4-9 exacta,
Well,
or,
I
or
mean, it
six or
depends what you want to do, right?
yeah.
My system is a bit bogged down here, so
I think you need a new computer for Christmas.
I think so.
You can talk to the average fan if he has a winning night, and Okay, I see. There's activity here.
Trying to just won't pull it up. Need more horsepower. Anyway, if you guys are interested in that race, suggest you watch it. Again, Woodbine, November 6th, race 8. Okay, I'm going to show you the results here. This is what happened. 6 won the race. We paid $96. 4 was our third value pick, came second.
Hmm.
Mea culpa. The exactor paid over $1,000. So, like I said, you only have to hit one of these, like out of 20, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you make money. And it's pretty exciting. You got to go back and watch this race if you get a chance. It's very interesting.
It's actually called. In statistics, it's called a black swan event, and these are rare events. And like most of the time, they don't come in, but when they do come in, you make a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, you actually remember it too. It's something that you
Yeah.
smile. When we were sitting in the nursing home, you might say, "Hey, remember that bet I had in 2020?" Yeah, I remember that bet.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's just another application, right? And this was a Woodbine one, and it was very interesting. Okay, so we'll leave it there. Anything else, George, you want to share tonight?
No, I thought it was. I thought for me it was very informative. You showed me numerically how you actually identify values, so that was very helpful. Thank you.
Alex asks, "Are you an engineer or something?" Yes, I am actually. And George is in the medical field in pharmacy, does medical research, so he's into statistics as well. So
That's right.
yeah, we love math.
We're both numbers people, so we try to apply mathematical algorithms to forecast the races.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, George. Well, good show tonight. Unfortunately, we
Thank you
didn't
very much.
win, but there's always another week, right?
There is Des, and it's always a pleasure, and I learn something new every time.
Yeah, and I remember when you go to the track and you lose, you go home, you feel bad for about a day or two, and then you want to go back, right?
You do from from a neuropharmacology point of view, it's called a dopamine spike. It's how addictions develop.
Yeah, always bet within your means, guys. That's the thing,
Right.
right? Bet for
That's right.
fun. It's entertainment,
It's
right?
it's a night out. It's a night out.
How much do
Nothing
you
else.
spend on the movies, George, when you go out?
Yeah, about $20. You throw some popcorn in, like some pop. We're talking 30, 35. So it's about the same, right?
Exactly. We got entertained, right?
Exactly.
We got a little depressed, but we got entertained.
Yeah. I have to say that the worst feeling about going to the track is if you lose the 5 minutes from walking to the track to your car. That's the worst 5 minutes.
Or if you
But
got to
after you
take
get
the
to your
bus
car, it
home.
goes away.
If you got to take
What?
the bus, it's worse. All right, George, have a
Okay.
good night,
Okay.
and we'll do it again next week, maybe.
Thanks, Des, and have a nice evening.
All
Goodbye,
right, you
everybody.
too. See you guys. Thanks, everyone, for the chat.